What is up? Welcome. Happy Thursday. Today I had the gift of being able to take a walk and do my morning routine, which for me is so important because I get to think, listen to some motivational stuff, and just really plan my day, which is important. But today I want to talk to you guys about the worst decision that you can make, right? The worst decision that you can make is indecision. And I see so many business leaders and business owners not making a choice, not making a decision, and it drives your team absolutely crazy. Not only that, but indecision weighs on you. And I'm talking out of experience because I'm called one of the most indecisive people. My wife thinks I am as well. And when I started working on this little by little, it helped my leadership. It helped my business grow. It helped things with my relationship in my life. It helped me grow as a person. Many times we're afraid to make a choice or a decision because we're going to make the wrong decision. But I'm here to tell you that indecision is worse than making a wrong decision. Because if you make the wrong decision, you can turn it around, choose again, stop it, recreate it, do something so that you're able to get on the right path. But if you don't decide to do something, that's where you're stuck. If you don't decide to invest in yourself, if you don't decide to buy something, if you don't decide to ramp up your team, if you don't decide to pull the trigger on marketing, if you don't decide to say, okay, I want to take my business to the next level, that indecision weighs on you as a person. And you go to sleep with that indecision. You walk with that indecision. You talk with that indecision. You show up as a leader with the indecision. And so what happens is that you create an indecisive culture. So now your team becomes indecisive. And if you've ever gone through an indecisive team, it is so frustrating and overwhelming because your indecisive team comes to you and asks you questions about everything. Why? Because they're afraid to make a mistake. Right? If you have a team that's afraid to make a mistake that asks you every single question, let me know in the chat box. Also, let me know if you're watching. Would love to know if you who's here on with me today. But understand that you're conditioning your team to be able, or you're conditioning your team to be indecisive because of your indecision. You're conditioning your team to come to you and say, hey, what about this? Or what do you think about this? And how much should I pay for this? And should I do this? And should I do that? Because you are indecisive yourself. And there's absolutely no way to grow and scale a business if the leader is indecisive. There's no way to grow your relationship if you're indecisive. There's no way to get healthier if you don't decide between yoga and Pilates and the gym and working out and Tabata and P90X or whatever you want to do. You've got to be decisive. Whether it's saying, I'm going to grow my business and invest in myself and in my company, whether it's I'm going to change whatever is that day-to-day that we're doing, a new software, a new, just something new, a new training, the leader has to be decisive. You see, when I work with pawnbrokers, I realize that the people who make decisions quickly, are decisive and take action quickly are the ones whose businesses skyrocket. They grow, their loan balances grow, their sales grow, their teams grow. They're less overwhelmed, but it's not being afraid to make a decision. So on a scale of 1 to 10 in the chat box, let me know. 10, you're decisive, you take action, it doesn't matter, you're not afraid, you figure it out as you go along, or 1, you are scared like a small puppy dog, and you don't make any decisions. You get frozen when decisions come at you. Let me know what you are in the chat box. And that way we can kind of answer more questions as we go along. Also, if you want to become more decisive, if you want to be that leader who can create the great culture and lead your team to success, if you want to become that leader who can decide on what marketing tactics to use and strategies to use, then just comment leader. Comment leader in the chat box, and I'll reach out to you. Roberto Suarez says 10. I jump. Yes, you do. Roberta's funny because Roberta jumped into our boost program like without a doubt. I'm like, this is what it's all about. She's like, I'm in. What do I pay? Let's rock and roll. So I know that you do. Bob McCullough's at 8. Yes, you do, brother. Mastermind member. Thanks for being here. So again, nobody wants an indecisive leader, right? Think about the leaders that you had in your life. Think about those who were a motivation or inspiration in your life. They weren't indecisive. They were decision makers. They made it. They made it happen. They made it the decision quickly and swiftly because they also had that self-confidence to know that if it's not the right decision, we'll figure out if it was or not on the path, and then we'll make a change, and that's okay. So with that said, stay healthy, stay safe, love you all. Again, if you want to lead like never before, if you want to take your business to the next level, we're starting a new boost program in December, first week of December. And if you ask yourself like, hey, I'm going to be very, very busy. The truth is that I'm going to start with marketing. So I'm going to give you 2 weeks of epic marketing so that you can grow your sales and your pawns like never before. Just write leader below so that you can, we'll have a conversation. With that, I'm out. Talk to you soon. I'm going to have a team meeting in 3 minutes. We'll talk to you later. And be decisive. Make the choice. Comment leader in the chat box. Take care, everyone.